Fine. So anyways, we had not launched this session. Only one screen I had shared. I hope people had seen that. I'll just share it again. So in older times, in ancient times, there was a lot of stress on studying the Vedic scriptures. So there were a lot of Vedas, a lot of scriptures, a lot of books on God. And it was very important for people who wanted to progress in spiritual life to read these scriptures. And these scriptures were all in Sanskrit. And if you happen to, have a look at these scriptures, you'll realize that people like you and me, we just cannot read even a single line of that Vedic scripture because they are so deep in knowledge and they are so difficult to understand. Not even single line we can understand. So, but in Vedic times, that was the way that people realized they can do self-realization, they can understand God, and so it was very important in earlier days, to read the scriptures. So as you can see from the slide, there is a woman sitting and she's going through a difficult time because she's putting her hands on the face and she's under a lot of stress. So as it is understand her whole environment, she's surrounded by, her job, her family. There's a lot of pressure from on her, not even on her, even on you and me. We have constant bombarding of so many things in our life. We are always constantly under so much of pressure, right? So in such a situation, it is just not possible, to sit and study the scriptures, because reading of scriptures involves a lot of time, it involves a lot of energy, it also involves a lot of knowledge, it also involves a lot of resources. Unless you have a book of scriptures, where will you read? You should have an authentic scripture. You should have time to read those books. You should also have energy. Nowadays, we are all the time feeling so weak and so dull, as if, we don't have energy to even perform our daily duties. So in such a situation, if you say that, I have to sit and read scriptures, it is just not possible. So reading of Vedas is very important. That is what we have been hearing from our ancestors. Reading of scriptures like Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. And even there are Vedas like Rig Veda, Yajur Veda. There are many Vedas, there are Upanishads. So while somebody is, spending hours and hours, time, energy, resources in studying the Vedas, he should be knowing what is the purpose of reading the Vedas, right? It is not just like any newspaper that you're picking up. Even newspaper you read with a purpose. You pick up the newspaper to read, to know about what is happening in your country, to know what is happening in your neighborhood, to know what is happening in the world, right? That is the purpose of reading the newspaper. Similarly, there also must be a purpose behind reading the Vedas. So one must be very, very intelligent to know the purpose of the Vedas. And what is that purpose? Well, the purpose, there are two purposes of reading the Vedas. Number one is to know and love Krishna, who is the Supreme Lord. And the second reason is to revive our lost relationship with Krishna. So if you remember, just now we had revised, we had learned in week 4 that, why we are forgetting Krishna. We are forgetting Krishna because we are taking birth in this material world. We, although we being a pure soul, we are again and again, because of our own desires, we are coming back in this material world and we are forgetting Krishna. Therefore, if we read scriptures, if we read Vedas, then two things will happen. One, we will know who Krishna is. We start loving Krishna. And we start reviving our lost relationship with Krishna. Right? So this is what will happen when we start. This is actually the purpose of the Vedas, to know Krishna and to revive our lost relationship with Krishna. But now, Mataji just said that in this age, in these modern times, reading of scriptures is not possible. Then how can we know Krishna? How can we revive our relationship with Krishna? So as you can see in the image, there are so many people sitting and in everybody's heart, super soul is there. Krishna as Paramatma is present in everybody's heart. So it clearly shows that we are, parts and parcels of Krishna. And it is very, very important to revive that relationship with Krishna. Actually, it is a very odd combination. We are a pure soul, but we are trapped in the body. We are trapped in an impure body. So it is not a very, very, what do you say, a very good combination. It is a very odd combination. Because of our own desires, we keep coming back again and again into this material body. So when I say we, start understanding that we are not this body, we are a soul. So when I say that my soul, because of my own desires, I keep coming again and again into this material world, and I keep forgetting my original father, my supreme father. So this combination is not correct. I'll give you a very mundane example. I'll give you a very material example. For example, uh, there is a boy who is very, very pious, who is very good in nature, who has a very pure heart, who is very soft spoken, who always thinks good about others. Now, such a boy, suppose his father, gets a transfer and he gets admission in another school, and in that school, if that child gets a company where all his friends are like very violent, they are rude, they're cruel. So, do you think that combination is good? Right? So, because of the child is very nice, the child is sober and sweet and pious, and he is got into the company of bad people. Similarly, we are pure souls, and because when we come into this material body, we start desiring, and when we start desiring, what do we develop? We develop lust, we develop greed, we develop dishonesty, we become selfish. So, although the soul is pure, but soul has come into the body, and the body is so greedy that it wants to enjoy. That is why the soul forgets Krishna. Because we are so because we become very self-centered, and we are only desiring my own happiness. What is there for me? What is the benefit for me? Right? So that is why when in earlier days people used to study scriptures, they would they knew, our sages, our saints, they knew that we have come because of our own bad karmas. We have somehow come into this material world, but now I should find out a way. How should I go out of this material world? Therefore, they used to read these scriptures to understand Krishna and understand a way as to how should I go out of this world. So they were intelligent people, and they knew that yes, I have to do something to break this cycle of constant birth and death. So that is why they used to read scriptures. And slowly they would revive this relationship with Krishna. And one day, one lifetime will come when they will go back to Krishna and they will not take birth again. So that is why people in olden days used to read the scriptures, the Upanishads, the Vedas. Now we can't do all that, right? We do not have time. We don't have energy. There is nobody who can make us understand these scriptures. Forget about the deaf people. I'm also talking about people who can hear. Even they also cannot understand all these scriptures because they are so difficult to understand. Even for me, if I'm talking about myself, Even if I tomorrow pick up a book, even if it is translated in English, even then I need my seniors to make it simple for me. I'm even talking about the hearing people. So we need gurus, we need senior people, senior devotees to make it simplified for us. Right? So let's move on and see. Then if we do not have the choice of reading scriptures, then what we should do. So the easy method to revive this Krishna consciousness, the easy method to establish our relationship with Krishna, the easy method in which my pure soul again becomes pure, although I am in this material body, although I am with this impure body, even despite all those things, there's a very easy method by which I can again establish my relationship with Krishna. And that is the process which is recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that process is chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if we chant, if we are constantly chanting, we do not realize. We feel, oh, nothing is happening. But on the soul level, the soul is getting purified. Krishna, who is already present as the Paramatma inside our heart, he can see that yes, this person is constantly chanting my name. And slowly, our past karmas, our past bad reactions, our past whatever negativity is there, everything slowly gets washed away, and we start establishing our relationship with Krishna. And believe me, trust me, there would come a time, if not in this lifetime, but maybe 2, 3 lifetimes afterwards, when you keep taking birth, because your everybody who's present here, your journey has already started of establishing your relationship with Krishna. There would definitely come a lifetime when you will all go back to Krishna. Then you will not take birth again and again in this material world. So I remember there was an episode which happened with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and there was once a time when Mahaprabhu was in Puri, and there were a lot of people who came to meet him, and they were not from ISKCON, they were not from the same parampara or same lineage which Mahaprabhu was from. So they were very surprised because we are talking about 500 years back, and at that time we were not still so modern as we are now. So people were still depending a lot on reading scriptures. So one Pandit, one very highly learned scholar, he came to Mahaprabhu and he said, "You look like to be a very elevated soul. You look like to be quite learned. Why are you just dancing and just chanting this Krishna Krishna?" Because Mahaprabhu would always be in love with Krishna, and he would always be very ecstasy mood. He would not be present in this material world. He would always be as if he's standing with Krishna. Although he was Krishna himself, although Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna, but he came in this material world to show us how to follow bhakti, how to become devotional service, how to get connected to Krishna again. So that was his that, and I mean that is again another topic. So when this person asks that why are you like a mad, like a foolish person, like a madman, you're doing nothing, you're not reading scriptures, you should be sitting and reading scriptures, philosophies. But what you're doing, you're simply wasting your time in singing and dancing. So to that, you'll be surprised what Mahaprabhu replied. He said, my spiritual master, my guru, thought that I am a foolish person. I'm a great fool. And I cannot understand high philosophies. Therefore, he said, you can't do anything, you just chant. So that is why I don't know anything else except singing and dancing and chanting the names of Hari. Although in later conversations, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we understand that there was nobody in that program who could beat Mahaprabhu in Vedanta philosophies, in philosophies about scriptures. I mean, there was absolutely the big pundits came, the big philosophers came, but nobody could defeat Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu was aware of all the philosophies. He was aware of all the Vedas, but he did not propagate. He did not, how should I say, he did not speak in favor of studying scriptures. Only thing he said was just chant. That was the biggest dharma. He said the only thing you should do is just dance and chant. That is why if ever you would have visited ISKCON temples, you will see that people that do nothing, they only do three things. They chant, they dance, and they eat prasad. So these are the only things which people in ISKCON do. Because this is what Mahaprabhu has taught us. So this is what the importance of chanting is. Let's move on. So let's see a reference in Srimad Bhagavatam. What Bhagavatam says about how powerful this chanting is. So in Bhagavatam, it is confirmed that a person who is also born in a family of who's born in a very sinful family. What way sinful? That there is a family who's killing dogs and eating that family. It is called Chandals. You know. So if such a person, if by chance, by misfortune, is born in the family of is born in such a family, And if that person also happens to chant the name of Krishna, he attains highest perfection of self-realization. So that is the potency, that is the power of chanting, that no matter what class you are born in, Brahmana, Shudra, Vaishya, no matter what class you are born in, no matter what profession you are doing, if you are taking the name of Krishna, if you are chanting the name of Krishna, then you are always stepping towards perfection. And what is perfect? Definition of perfection? Definition of perfection is understanding Krishna, loving Krishna, and finally going back to Krishna. Actually, that is the perfection of life. And that is the perfection we can attain if we read scriptures. That is why people in earlier time, that is why that person who met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was talking about reading scriptures, because he said, if you read scriptures, you will become perfect. You can go back to Krishna. You need not come back in this material life. But Mahaprabhu said, I can become perfect even with just with chanting. I do not need to read scriptures. Scriptures also will tell you, do this, do this charity, do this austerity, keep this fast, keep that fast, go to this temple, perform this homam, perform this sacrifice. They will do all scriptures actually say all those things. But then slowly scriptures will take you higher and higher and higher and take you towards realization of Krishna. So that is actually the purpose of the Vedas. But now, since we have no time, no energy, no resources, that is why Mahaprabhu gave us, recommended this process to us. A very simple process, no need to read scriptures, but you will get equal result. He himself said, I am a foolish man, and I don't know anything else except dancing and singing. So if Mahaprabhu can say that, then who are we? We also should not think about reading big heavy books. All we should focus on just chanting the names of Krishna. So those who are not chanting, think about it seriously, start chanting. And those who are, please increase your number of chanting. So that brings us to part 1 of our Bhakti Diksha session, week 5. So we'll move on to next part 2 next week. Because these are very serious readings, I don't want to rush into it. I want everybody, all of you, to understand these concepts very clearly. Because if I rush, then many things will not be understood. So I hope you could make some notes today from today's class. And also, please go back and understand. I mean, especially those people who really are looking forward to seriously taking up spiritual life or changing their life, trying to understand Krishna, they should do a serious study, and they should make sure that they see these videos on YouTube of our classes at least 2 to 3 times, make notes. Okay. So these are actually the courses which are also done for the hearing people in ISKCON. And these classes is the 64 classes. Even when I started my devotional life, when I started my spiritual life, even I did this 64 weeks course. So there is a difference, because we used to meet face to face, and now because all of you are sitting in different parts of the country, so it is not possible. So that is why we have simplified this course of 64 weeks. and we are doing it online with more pictures and with easy understanding. So this course actually should be done by everybody. It is recommended in ISKCON. It's an official course, and it should be done for anybody who seriously wants to take up spiritual life, who wants to seriously wants to take up Krishna consciousness. So this course has been done by all of us. So that is why this course we have simplified, and we are doing it for the deaf community. And all those who have not sent their videos,
thank you.
All those who have not sent their videos for the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, please send. I'm still waiting for, I don't even have 70 videos as yet. I'm looking for at least 108 so that everybody gets a chance. Please send your videos, white background, horizontal, smiling, dancing, dress up well, make your videos. Thank you. Any questions?
Mataji, Renu Mataji is asking.
Yeah.
Can her daughter also sign? Her
Yes,
daughter is
yes,
deaf.
yes.
Mama deaf, daughter deaf.
Yes, even if you're not deaf,
She's saying, can she sign and send a video? Will that be
yeah,
okay?
please. I'm inspiring my children. They can hear. I'm inspiring my own children also to sign and be part of the video.
Mataji, people are waving hands for you.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'll also be part of the video. I'm also looking forward. I haven't signed as yet, but I'll also be signing and try to be part of the video. Any questions?
Mataji, Uma Mataji saying she's already signed a video and sent it. Does you want her to send video again?
No. Those who have sent, I've got it. Thank you very much. I'm saying there are many people who have not sent.
Mataji, she has designed something. Uma Mataji.
Yeah, actually,
can
to be
see
honest,
that?
I want to put my, humble effort. I want to push something done new. Looks new to me. Wow. It's a mural, I think. Huh? She's done a mural. Huh?
Is that a sand art kind of a thing, Mataji, or is it?
No, it looks like MCL से बनाते हैं इसको. पता नहीं किससे बनाया इन्होंने. बहुत सुंदर बना है. Wow. Clay. Clay से बना है. Oh wow, wonderful. Yeah, very nice.
It's like took a long time. 30 hours or 30 days. 30 days it took her. She did it in breaks, and she did the entire. Yeah, she ensured that it looked well, and she designed it. This is the first time she's tried something like that.
So when Kartik month will come, no, in Damodar month, that time we'll use her photo.
Yeah, she says okay, she'll do that. Mata. She has been dreaming of this, but during Diwali, it remains a very busy time. But now since this is a free time, she said that it's a great
Very
time.
nice. Good effort. Actually, that reminds me of one thing. This is actually a request to all of you who are present here, and also to those who are not watching, you can pass it on. if there is any talent, if you people have, like Mataji can paint and she can make all these paintings, or if you can do nice dancing, on Krishna's songs, or if you can make some jewelry for Krishna, anything you can do for the Lord, like how Mataji is painted. So then there are so many people, like right now 31 people are attending this class. If you have any other talent, please send me the pictures. We'll share it and try to inspire other people in the group. So if you have any other talent, like you can cook something very well, so you can make a video, like you offer it to Krishna and you make a video. Or if you can sing, or sorry, dance very well on a bhajan or on a Krishna song, you can do that. Or you can make nice jewelry or nice paper craft for Krishna. Like, if I don't know if Nilanchal is there in the class today, because I'm on a speaker mode, I cannot see. Nilanchal makes very nice, cart of Jagannath. So he does very nice craft work. So, like, he keeps posting it to me. I'll share it in the group. So if anybody else, if you have talent and, and if you want to do something to Krishna, please showcase and we will share it in the group. So thank you for sharing. It's wonderful. I'm waiting for Kartik month now.
Nandini Mataji is sharing.
Yes. Oh, wow. Hari bol. Very nice, very nice. Please send me pictures. I'll share it in the group.
It's with the disc with the
Sudarshan Chakra.
Krishna,
Sudarshan Chakra.
Krishna, and she's written the Maha Mantra is there, Nishin.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. She's painted it today, huh?
Yes, it's her artwork. Not today, ma'am. She did it, I think, some time ago.
Sometime back. Very nice. Big Hari Bol. Please send me the picture.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, she'll do that.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Namaskar.
Yes, Sameer had
He
shown.
has something to show, Mataji. 1 minute. He has something
He
to
has
show.
some. This is Bhagavatam.
I think it's the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita, Mataji. He says that he's trying to study, he's trying to read, he's trying to understand. At the same time, he's also doing chanting. He says that he has some kind of a sickness, I guess. And I think Ganesh Prabhu is saying he has joined us for the first time, I guess.
I think Sameer had sent his video also, the sign video. That's his mother, I think, trying to feed him.
I think father.
Father, no? I can't see properly.
Papa. Papa. Food. Papa.
Yeah.
You cannot see me, Mother.
That's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Please be regular for the class. Keep coming.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Vaishali here. Saurav also. We had a great session. So Mataji, the question which I have is the soul, as you said, is peaceful and the body, I mean, soul does not desire, but the body is the thing which, asks all the desire. But why were we given the body, Mataji?
That's what I said. We are given the body because of our own desires.
So the soul wants it. Who wants it, Mataji? That's the confusion.
Yeah, because the soul gets contaminated, right? The soul is pure, but soul along with the body. Body is just a medium. Body is dead matter, but then the soul starts desiring because the soul becomes contaminated. So when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, suppose by the end of our life, it is said that somebody who's very very attached to his money and property, there is a person who is a big miser and he doesn't want to spend the money. He's got lakhs and crores of rupee in his account, and he's all the time attached to his money. So it is said when such a person dies in the next birth, he either becomes a dog or he becomes a snake. So then how do we get this body now? I'm asking you this question. How do we get this body?
Mataji, can we have the question again?
No, why I'm getting this body? Because of my own desire, right? Because I'm attached to the money. So when I'm attached to the money, that is a suitable body which Krishna gives us.
Oh, this body, I mean, you meant not the human body, the snake and the dog body?
Correct. Because see, the way I'm performing my karma in this birth, the way I'm acting in this birth, according to that, I get my next body. So the deciding factor of what body we get is my desires. It is not Krishna who desires. It is not Krishna who says, I will give you this body. The entire life I am doing certain type. So this entire life I'm doing certain kind of activities, certain kind of karma. So according to that only Krishna will give me a certain body. If I'm very fond of water and all the time I'm going to the beach, I'm learning driving and swimming, there's nothing wrong in learning swimming, but constantly I'm only thinking about water, my whole life revolves around water, then it is quite possible that if at the end of my life, if I'm thinking about water, I might get the body of a fish also. So Krishna consciousness means we are constantly practicing remembering Krishna. So when we are practicing remembering Krishna by chanting, so at the end of our life, when we are about to die, that time also it is possible that we remember Krishna. So either Krishna will take me back, or the second alternative is he will give me a wonderful life in the next birth so that I can continue my bhakti, I can continue my spiritual life, and after, maybe I will come back, I will go back to Krishna in the next life. So that is why we should try to remember Krishna. We should try to do activities so that we are able to constantly remember Krishna. And if we try to remember other things, then we don't know whether we get a human body or not. So it's 5.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, it's 5:10, Mataji.
Yeah. You ask those people, inform those people, please.
Yeah, I just informed. There was one Mataji, you said one. So I said, Mataji, if you won, then there'll be other one. Other one, it has to be equal. No, I take you and no to the others, not possible.
I again and again said that they can send their questions, signed questions to Kavita. They can send to me. I'll see. If I can understand, I'll send them the answers.
YouTube live is not available.
No, YouTube live is not available. We are recording. We'll convert it and post it by tomorrow. So those who wanted to ask questions, please send your videos. Either I'll take help of some deaf devotee and understand it, or I'll see if I can understand that sign and I can just reply. So thank you so much, and please send your Hare Krishna videos as soon as possible. At least by first week next month, we should be able to launch the video. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Sir Prabhu. Hare Krishna.